in the midst of this winter storm. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and share this update. We are going to stay live for a while now as we are deteriorating conditions rapidly, and we're seeing this low pressure strengthen, and we're in for the midst of it here. So winds are starting to pick up. Just a reminder, you can watch me on YouTube. You can click the link. Also, make sure, send me your photos via message them to me through Facebook or videos. We'll share those here in just a few moments. So just catching my breath here, just ran down and grab some water. But I want to go straight to the radar, and I want to go to Analyzer first. We have a snow band that's moving through northern Kentucky, and we talked about it last time on the live. This area here is going to see potentially up to 2.5 to 3 inches per hour, okay? So I advise no one to be on I-71, 275 over the next hour, all the way up into Cincinnati, okay? Very heavy snow band. We talked about this is going to be the area. That's what's currently occurring right now. So, hang on just 1 second. So, watching this very heavy snow band moving through the area, I want to show you something that blew my mind just a few minutes ago. I don't think I've seen this around here. Within 1 hour, Dillsboro, Indiana, saw 2.5 inches of snow. That's within 1 hour. That's incredible amounts of snow. So we're watching this all playing out just as what we expected it to do. And, the area that continues to be of concern is definitely going to be, I'm just going to adjust just a smidge. And I'll do that here in just a few minutes. But I want to go back to the radar view. Based on radar trends, there's just a slight jog to the east, kind of puts this and narrowing it down some. Kind of puts us in a little bit better perspective here. So we'll update it here in just a minute, but I do want to show you just kind of a loop of the radar and what's been happening over the last little bit. And you'll look off towards the south, and you see that little swirl near Lexington, okay? And we talked about this on the last update. That little swirl is riding up along the cold front. So what's happening is we have a low pressure riding off towards the southeast of us, and when that happens, we tend to see very impressive snowfall rates, and that's what's occurring right now. So you can see, as I put the front on, here's the current surface analysis. There's that low pressure. It's actually, this updates every couple of hours, so the low pressure is right now over Lexington, and it will quickly continue to move off towards the north and east. So I expect enhancement of snow to continue for several more hours, and even as this moves off towards the north and east, we still have snow that goes all the way back through Paducah. So it's not over. So areas north and west of Cincinnati, I was nervous with the total of snowfall for you guys. I was more confident in the higher totals here locally because as the day continued, it looked like, this was going to be the zone, and it's panning out to be that way here right now. So let's go back to Analyzer. Look at that. You can see just, wow, incredible snow rates likely occurring up to 2 inches per hour. Verona, Walton, Union, Florence, Independence, Covington, also into greater downtown Cincinnati, seeing some very heavy snowfall rates at this hour. And we can actually pull up one of the camera views from there, and we'll get that pulled up in just a minute. But you can see very heavy snow in the metro right now, and this is will continue here for the next couple of hours. And this heavy band goes right up along I-75, up through I-71, so from all the way up to the northern part of Warren County, all the way down to the southern sections of our viewing area in Grant County near Corinth. You're seeing some very heavy snowfall rates, and the wind is starting to pick up as well. So we've got a pretty big snowstorm on our hands here. And what's really telling here is our camera from Covington. I'm going to get that pulled up in just a second. Actually, let's see if we can go ahead and pull that up live. There we go. Look at that. That is wind-driven snow, very heavy rates occurring in downtown Cincinnati right now. This is a live view from the Earth Cam. And this is deteriorating conditions. If you live in the Cincinnati, Hamilton, Monroe, Independence, Dry Ridge area, Owenton, this is worst case scenario developing here through pretty much the heart of the tri-states. So we're seeing extreme snowfall rates occurring. The temperature continues to drop. We're down to 15 degrees. And what's happening is the snow ratio is increasing. So we're going to, as the temperature continues to drop, that snow ratio increases. Thus, the snowfall rates get higher, and we see higher snowfall totals. So I just want to keep this camera up here and just keep watching what's occurring, because it really shows the picture of what's happening outside right now. Extreme wind up to 35 mile per hour right now, 30, 40 mile per hour. We're near blizzard conditions at this point. We're seeing snowfall rates. Snowfall rates don't matter, but we're seeing 1 to 2 inches per hour, and visibility is greatly reduced. So it's very interesting to see this unfold here as you see that snow just coming from the northwest. And you can look at that. Look at the flag on the Ropeling Suspension Bridge. You can just see how powerful that wind is and how that snow is coming down. This is very, very heavy snowfall rates. Stephanie, if you want to send me a video via the Facebook Messenger, I can get that. Someone on YouTube is saying Hamilton County is now under a level 1 snow emergency. So that's the greater Cincinnati. But this is a very heavy snowfall rates that are occurring. And, we've got to keep close eye on this here over the next little bit. There it is on the radar view. I just wanted to show you the radar view here at the moment. And I want to go up a little bit further off towards the north. I mean, towards Mason, Mainville, South Lebanon, Socialville. This is extreme snowfall that's falling here. Stephanie, as soon as you can get that video sent to me, I will share that right here onto the Facebook Live. I know we have another camera view here. This is I believe another Earth Cam. We'll share that one here right in just a second. But you can see just very heavy snowfall in the greater Cincinnati area and along 71 right now. Look at that. There is downtown Cincinnati. It's a snow globe. I mean, I tell you, visibility is very reduced at this hour, and we are seeing very heavy snow moving through the area at the moment here. So there's another view on the radar. So let's go back. Just show you kind of the wide view of things. And like I said, as you guys want to go ahead and send photos in, you're more than welcome to. And I'm continuing to update things here behind the scenes too as we go. And I'm going to just stay off the screen here for a little bit. But you can see this low moving off in towards our direction. We still have several more hours to go, probably till about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning of snow. And the heaviest snow band moving through the area right now, okay? This'll likely be the worst part of it, but you can see as we zoom in, sorry about that, the heaviest snow near Mason, Mainville, Loveland right now, And you can also see towards Norwood, greater downtown Cincinnati, Taylor Mill, Independence, Union, Walton, Crittenden, down to Dry Ridge, Williamstown, all seeing extreme heavy snowfall rates. And as that low, like I was just talking about, as it continues to move off towards the north and east along this frontal boundary, this Arctic front, we expect the snow to continue. So here's a live look. This is I-74 at mile marker 163. You can see the wind-driven snow continuing. No one at this point's on the interstate. It looks like maybe a car or two on the interstate. There goes a semi going up 74, where you can see how the wind is really blowing things, and awesome for NDOT to provide these cameras here for us. So back to Analyzer, just looking at this heavy snow band. I mean, South Lebanon, Mainville, you're really getting hit hard right now. You're probably seeing, we'll probably hear close to 3-inch snowfall rates out of this before everything's said and done. Zooming into northern Kentucky here, and we're going to pull up a camera down there here in just a second. You can see, very heavy snow falling at the moment in Independence, Walton, down through Covington. You can see that right now. Here is Mineola Pike, I believe, from ODOT, or actually, excuse me, this is from Kentucky Department of Transportation. You can see the roads are snow covered at the moment here. So watching the roads, watching the radar, and what's happening here in real time as this storm system continues to move through greater Cincinnati here. So I'm checking to see, like I said, send through Facebook Messenger and I can share your videos. It looks like we got a video here from Tracy, and I'm going to see if I can attempt to show this. Bear with me here. All right, so Facebook Messenger is the way to go. That'll help me out a lot. But here we go. We can look at this video. This is, I believe, Moores Hill. You can see the wind-driven snow there falling. I believe that's where she is. Excuse me if I'm wrong. But you can see wind-driven snow there, and that's coming from Tracy, and I think she's Moores Hill. So if you send me your photos, I'll share those. Just send them through the Facebook Messenger app. David also sent me some of the camera views from his area up there in parts of Franklin County, I believe, or up in the northwestern parts of the area. You can see things are pretty snow covered at the moment there as well. So just keep sending in your photos. I'll get those sent posted up on our live video updates here as we continue through the Facebook Live coverage. So radar showing that heavy snow continuing, but we still have rain in the far north, or southeastern sections of the area. This is where the Arctic front is at, from Maysville up through Seaman, Cherry Fork, up through Seeking Springs, Hillsboro, Greenfield. That's where the Arctic front is at. That's not thunderstorm activity. That is just the Arctic front moving through. And I know a lot of people are wanting to know where we're at on temperatures, and you can see. Let me see if I can pull up a different map here. Let's do temperature map here, right? So here's 10 in Connorsville, 7 in Greensburg, 11 in Versailles. This is wrong. This map gets updated about every hour, and we're dropping faster than that. So even though it's showing this at 10:50, you're likely seeing temperatures, in northern Kentucky at this point down into the low teens, and you're probably in single digits to negative digits in southeastern Indiana. Okay. So, want to go ahead and go through really quickly just where we're at and where we're going to continue here through the remainder of the evening. So, this is the updated map. I still think that there's going to be some overachieving in that red area, so that's why I have a 4 to 8 inch. It was 4 to 6. I gave myself a little extra room for 4 to 8. Most everyone else will be on that 2 to 4 inch range. Areas to the southeast of Maysville will be in that 1 to 2 inch range. It doesn't matter. This snow is going to blow. It's going to drift. We're going to have a lot of problems on the roadways. We're seeing a lot of problems now on the roadways as we speak. And, future radar still showing, some incredible forecasted lows for 7 a.m. And I just want to double check. As we've been on here, we get a new model run every so often, and I just want to double check and see if that is still where we're on track for in the morning. Okay, so it's a little better. We're still around that -10, -11 in the morning. Southeastern Indiana, it looks like might be a little colder. I probably can go ahead and just show the new model run. There we go. And you can see this is in the morning at 7 a.m. There we go. That's the latest computer model coming in there. And I do want to go ahead and show you what's going to happen with these wind gusts as we head through the evening hours. We're approaching 11 o'clock now, so you can see anything in orange is gusts of 40 miles per hour. If the darker it gets, we get close to that 50. By midnight, we're still seeing some gusts around 40 mile an hour. But once we get around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, that's when we really start to see those gusts potentially up to 50 mile an hour. And especially as we go into the early morning hours as well. And that's why the wind chill is going to be so low, where we're going to be around -30 to -40 in the morning for wind chills. So in the morning, it's going to be very difficult to even get the animals out. Critical weather, critical cold weather impacting us in the morning hours. And I do want to check real quick here just some of the. This is what we call the high resolution rapid refresh model, and I just want to see where we're standing here. So it's still trying to put. It's moving that heavier band of snow a little further off towards the east. We'll continue to watch trends on it as it's in the area here. I still think it's going to end up right along that 71 corridor. So still seeing visibility in parts of the area really low. It looks like CVG is down to about a quarter of a mile from what I'm looking at here. So those are very low visibilities in the area. So just let's zoom this out on a wider view. Let me show you how much more snow we have to go. And let me get this on a loop. There we go. And you'll see as we zoom out, we still have to get through Evansville. And that's still several more hours of snow. Maybe a little lighter snow, but you can see there, even in southeastern Indiana, enhancement, some enhancement on some of these bands here. And the colder it gets, it's not going to take as much to make an inch, if that makes sense. We're down now to 13. I've watched this thermometer drop, by the minute here. I can show you the weather station from here, and I can show you exactly what occurred or is occurring. And let me see if I can share this. So it's probably not going to show. Well, I can make it work. All right, let's share that. All right, so here is. I knew that was gonna. Let me see if I can move this over just a little. There. Okay, that's good. All right, so the temperature at 5:35 today was 44 degrees. Okay, and at 7:05 we were at 44. By 9 o'clock we were at 36. By 10 o'clock we dropped to 12. or 15. That was an error on the, or that was the we dropped to 22, and then we dropped down to, as of right now at 10:30, down to 17. But actually, I'm looking at the weather station live. This is delayed a little bit, but we're down to 13 now. But you can see, look at that drop from 7:35 to 10:30. I mean, we go from 45 degrees down to 13. So that's a 30-degree drop. Within 8, 9, 10, within 3 hours. So we drop 10 degrees about every hour. This evening. So incredible rates of snow falling too as we continue here this evening. So here's a look at the radar again. We're watching more snow making its way off towards the north and east. Okay, so we'll still see more snow move in. So if you're looking at the radar and you're saying, Chris, it's over, it's wrapping up. No, it's not. We still got more snow to go. When you look, if you've got a program called RadarScope, if you have that app, sometimes it's going to look like this, okay? And that's because the radar beam doesn't reach this far out, okay? So that's why I put the national mosaic on right here, so you can kind of get a better view of what's occurring. Still seeing some pretty strong wind gusts around the area. I'm going to throw those on. Gusts, there we go. So you can see 30-mile-an-hour wind gust. Let me just stop this. Looks like we had a 46-mile-an-hour wind gust at Terre Haute. It looks like there's up to 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts behind this low. And that's typically kind of what happens in this scenario. So as we continue through the night here, and it's just interesting, let's see what the wind chills are down to the northwest. Yeah, look at that. Negative 35 in parts of Illinois. That's what we have coming our way tonight. So we can go even further north here. Most of these are negative 35 to negative 40. So that's probably what we'll end up with when everything's all said and done. All right, so back to the radar we go. We're watching heavy snow continuing. That heavier band of snow now looks like it's moved past 71, 75 and is now moving more towards the Butler area. We'll go ahead and zoom in on the radar here. You can see from Williamstown up through Butler. We'll even get a little closer. Kenton, Alexandria, Highland Heights, up through Newtown, Madeira, Blue Ash, Mainville, South Lebanon, Argonia, through Waynesville, Lebanon. You're seeing the heaviest snowfall rates at this time, and this is going to come down fast. I mean, your temperatures are dropping. That means the snow ratio is getting higher, so that means it doesn't take as much moisture to produce snow or an inch of snow. So we're ending up here, with that really fine snow. So you're not going to be able to make a snowman out of it. But here's kind of a loop of what's been happening over the past little bit here. And you can see on more of a local scale of that enhancement of that band. And I wouldn't be surprised, you can see, kind of looking at the radar trends, that we're going to probably have another enhancement move through. And I can actually look. Let me switch this over. Let's look at, first of all, we've got videos. So this is from Amy. Here's a picture. This was from Dillsboro. Hang on one second. Sometimes Facebook is not my friend. This was from Amy at 10:45 this evening. So let's see. There we go. All right. So look, you can see it's Dillsboro snow covered. So you're looking at very covered. Everything's pretty well covered here in the southeastern Indiana area here. this evening. And you can see it looks like Sean Fisher sent a video. This looks like it's Bates from Batesville. Let's see if we can get that to load. And there we go. And you can see, same thing, snow continuing to fall up there. A little lighter than it is around here, but snow continues to fall there in the Batesville area. So thank you for sending that video in to us here as we're continuing to track this winter storm that is moving through. So that's from Sean up in the Batesville area. Let's see. Just checking some info here. Let's go back to the EarthCam view, and let's look at what's going on there. Actually, we'll have to wait just a few more minutes here for that. Let's go to just zoom back into some of these areas, seeing some of that heavier snow. And you can see right along 71, Madeira, Blue Ash area, you're seeing some pretty intense snowfall. No lightning, that's good. We thought that there would be a potential for some thunder snow tonight, and so far we've lucked out and not had any thunder snow, but we're still seeing some very impressive snowfall rates that continue to fall, especially here through the metro. Wow. When you see, as soon as we load up the EarthCam view, that you're gonna be in a wow. Look at that, snow globes still downtown Cincinnati. So we're continuing to watch very heavy snow moving through the metro, and wind-driven snow at that, and high snowfall ratios as this continues. Now, I will say I'm looking at some of the snow bands that continue to our west, and it looks like we're going to have another couple bands. There's one that's moving back in. And I think it'll get enhanced a little bit near Madison to Frankfort. And there's another band near Louisville down through Bardstown, Lebanon. That area will enhance some. And then there's another band near Jasper that looks like it'll enhance some. So it looks like we still have a good chunk of snow to go here. And especially now our temperature down to 12. We're going to be continuing to accumulate snow here. So lots to talk about, lots to go over here as we're continuing to watch this snowstorm take shape here. Let's zoom back out on a wider view. You'll see off towards our east, that cold front continues to make its way through the area here, and we'll zoom in to finally making it through our far eastern counties from Seeking Springs just east of Hillsboro. The Arctic front starting to make its way through finally, and then through eastern sections of Maysville, you're seeing that Arctic front move through as well. So here soon the transition will begin, and with the timing of this is working out pretty well, close to in our favor, and this was the timing here on this. Between 10 and midnight was our plan here for the Maysville Hillsboro area, and that's what we're looking at here overall. So if you're just joining, I just wanted to show you this highlight here. At 9:30, the National Weather Service said within 1 hour, 2.5 inches of snow fell in Dillsboro, Indiana. So incredible snowfall rates that are falling here across the tri-state here. So just going to check some info here, check where we're at on looks like, so a lot of airplanes. I know a lot of people, this brings up something that I wanted to let everyone know. And Lisa, her husband here, it says Salt Lake City, landing around 2 a.m. I'm going to tell you right now, there are several inbound planes right now that are holding a pattern south of the airport. So they're having a really hard time keeping these runways clear. And if you have folks, you have family, friends that are flying into CBG, it's going to be very difficult over the next several hours to get an airplane to land. So we're watching it. We'll keep you updated on that. And that's just some info from the Twitter here. So let's see. Boone County now under a level 2 snow emergency. This is effective immediately. Road conditions are extremely hazardous due to accumulating and blowing snow. Only essential travel is advised in Boone County, Kentucky now. So if you this snow emergency does not prohibit travel to and from for work, but anything else you are not allowed. This starts at 10:45, effective immediately. Likely to see more of these as we continue through the night tonight. But Boone County now under a level 2 snow emergency, and only basically if you got to go out, that's your only bet. So NDOT, this is from Southeast. They're tweeting US 50 near North Vernon. Conditions are deteriorating. Snow continues across Southeast Indiana, blowing and drifting snow. So just showing you there, that was about 10 minutes ago. And just a reminder, 2 to 3 hours to return to their start of their routes. So, if you encounter one, it's very possible, to see a lot of these guys out. I can even show you. Let me go to the NDOT here. I'll show you. These are all of. Let me take everything off of here. Hang on. I'm going to show you all the plow trucks out in Southeast or in Indiana. Okay, there they all are. They're all out right now. The whole state of Indiana is covered with plow trucks. So they are out there keeping Indiana covered. And I wish we had more data like this in other parts of the area, but we don't. So anyway. Looks like that transition is now starting in Maysville. So if you're in the Maysville area, you are starting to see that transition to snow, it looks like. So that's some good news over the last few minutes here. So if you're in that area, make sure, you're getting inside for the night and, bunker down. You're going to see blowing and drifting snow. You're not going to see as much as what we're going to see here in Greater Cincinnati, but very heavy snow will continue here in the local area. I want to pull up a camera if I can where those heavy snowfall rates were occurring up in Ohio. If we can go up there near, it looks like traffic conditions are just terrible up there right now. Let's pull that camera up. This is I-71 at State Route 48. You can see the interstate is just snow covered right now. So Stephanie's saying in Markland Dam they're at 4 inches. Most places are probably close to the 3 to 4 inch rate, or 3 to 4 inches at this point, as the snow band has been moving through the area. So you'll see, and I'll throw on in just a minute. Actually, let's go to Analyzer. That's what I was trying to do, and there we go. The heavy snow continuing across the eastern parts of the metro. Butler, let me zoom in a little closer. Alexandria, through Highland Heights, New Richmond, the Eastgate area, Milford, you're seeing that heavy snow. Mason, Mainville, Oregonia, Butlerville, you're still seeing heavy snow. Waynesville, you're still seeing that heavy snow, and it's continuing. And then, even though it doesn't show as heavy here in the purple, it's still coming down at a pretty good clip because, we're colder further to the west you go, and that makes it to where snow can accumulate faster because the ratio of the ratio is a bit higher. Let's see. Let me check here. Let me zoom us out here. Let's check a couple things. Go ahead and pull up another camera. All of these cameras all pretty much showing white out. This is a Kings Mill We'll pull that one up. This is what it looks like. You can see very reduced visibility near the Kings Mill area at this time. So that's from ODOT showing that one. Here's radar zoomed out a little bit, and you can see what we got going on. Don't look like we have any accidents around the area, which is really good news. Let's see if we can pull up. I want to see northern Kentucky. If we can pull that up. Let's look at Florence. This is at Turfway. You can see how reduced the visibility is there too, and interstates are pretty much just snow cover right now. So if you don't need to be out, don't be out. I advised this. Earlier today. Bunker down once you get where you need to be, unfortunately you see people that are out on the road right now, and you can see this is at Mount Zion or Richwood, excuse me, the Richwood exit. Everything's pretty well snow covered there, and then this is in Gallatin County, and actually a heavier snow band moving through now, and you can see it's kind of pretty much like a blizzard. So I think Stephanie, she's close to there. Markland Dam's not that far, and you're seeing that. It's pretty bad. Sean saying the snow drifts are awful in Batesville, and that's a very dark area. There's nothing very lit in that area. So once somebody drives by, I can't see anything anymore. Let's see if I can pull up another one. This is at Mineola Pike. I want to show the airport, because if people are coming home or going out at CVG, it's rough right now. Sean saying the snow drifts are in Batesville are getting pretty bad. He said can't see cars in the parking lot. So we're starting to see those winds really start to pick up here, and we'll continue to see those winds pick up here over the next several hours. So we're back on Analyzer. We're watching this storm system very carefully. I'm going to pull up the wind gusts, show you where those strongest wind gusts are occurring, and I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit to show you where these stronger wind gusts are occurring. Hang on one second. I want to just make sure that we've got this right before we post. Yeah, okay. So you can see the stronger wind gusts are definitely finally moving in and to the area here. And you can see, there we go, 36 mile an hour wind gusts, Springfield, 36 St. Louis, 28 in Indianapolis, 32 in Louisville, 33 in Nashville, and 25 in Cincinnati. So, the winds are going to really howl tonight as we continue into the evening hours, or overnight hours, excuse me. Look at that temperature map. I know this is updated now. Great. It is 0 in Indianapolis. It is 7 in Louisville. It is -6 in St. Louis, -6 in Springfield. It is 6 in Nashville. It's colder in Nashville than it is here right now. Pittsburgh's at 38. Columbus is at 38. So you get the picture there. There's the front, and that really cold air is not far behind. It is, now into parts of southern Indiana, getting ready to move into that I-65 corridor. And, one thing to note is you can kind of see when you look at the Louisville radar site where that leading edge of that colder air is. It's kind of really neat to see. So I'll show that to you here in just a second. So you see that area right here. Let me highlight this for you. This area, the big cold moving in. You can actually see that on the radar site in Louisville. Let's pull that up. There it is, right there near Jasper, Bedford. That's where that enhancement of snow is. So, and while I have this up, this shows you, we still have bands of snow to get through. Here, and then we've got one right now over top of us. And, with this low down to the south, we're going to continue to see snow pivot up to the north and east, okay? We've got power outages in Kettering now. The roads are getting bad, Sean said. So, yeah, let's. I want to actually go to the other computer. We'll go ahead and clear everything off here. Let's go back to the radar view. There we go. And let's look at the national radar view because I want to kind of look at the latest where we're at here. There we go. And let me loop this. Just kind of want to get my bearings and see how radar trends are occurring here. It looks like everything's still on par for several inches of snow here tonight. So yeah, we're still pretty well on track here for seeing several more inches of snow as this is moving off towards the east and northeast. So, and you see that enhancement of the next band moving in. So let me check, see what other, if you guys have any other reports coming in. Yep, we do. Stephanie, here we go. She's here's a photo she just sent you. This was earlier. This was at 9:48. Just look at the snow, roads covered, blowing snow, drifting snow. Thanks for sending that in, Sean. Thank you for helping get that photo sent in to the Facebook page here. And I tell you what, I just love Facebook. But it's going to have to work tonight. Let me show you another one. Looks like Franklin County under a red travel advisory. And you know what? That reminds me. Let me get the Indiana travel advisory out. Thank you for Brian. Thank you for letting me or reminding me of that. So here is the latest on travel advisories for Indiana. So Jennings, Ripley, Dearborn County, you're under a watch, which means only essential travel to work or in an emergency. So only essential travel. Now, Franklin County has been added into a warning, and that means refrain from all travel. You are not allowed to go to work. Only essential public officials, disaster services forces, and executing emergency operation plans. Those are the only people that are allowed to be out. So Franklin County has been added into where you cannot drive at all. So if you got to go to work, you're going to have to tell them you can't go to work unless you're an essential worker. And then also Fayette County is under a travel watch. This comes from the Indiana Department of Homeland Security. So just letting you guys know in Indiana. And then advisories are in effect for Ohio, Switzerland, Jefferson, Decatur counties in Indiana. Make sure, just in case of power outages here tonight, that you got your phones charged. We were showing some of those wind gusts. Just make sure you got your devices charged here through the night tonight. So far, we're doing pretty good on power outages. I've been checking those, and we'll throw those up right now. Normally Southeastern REMC is one of the ones that gets hit pretty hard. Only 2 people currently without power. And there, and then Owen Electric, we do have power outages in the Florence area. We have 188 customers. This is on Pleasant Valley Road, so near the really close to here. That's right across the street. So 188 people without power now in Boone County. So starting to get those power outages coming in, and we're going to continue to keep an eye on those through the evening here. And I'm going to check Duke Energy for you all now, and we'll get that information out here in just a minute. So we are starting to see some of those power outages come in to the tri-state area, and it does look like we do have some power outages. Not a lot, just they're reporting about 29 outages with Duke Energy, so not a whole lot at this time, so not much talk there. So looks like Kentucky, northern Kentucky is the area that has the highest amount of power outages at this time. And we're continuing to keep tracking this storm as this moves through here this evening. So I'm just checking some other information here. Let's see. We are almost, the whole entire area at this point is almost transitioned to all snow. Let's see. Just checking. Okay. So no new information there. So I'm gonna put the radar on full for just a second. Just get my bearings here. Check some of the updates coming through, and then I'm gonna hop back on in just a minute. So give me just about 1 to 2 minutes here. Take a quick break. I'll leave the radar up here for you. I did just get a report, and let's get that information here to you really quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this. Looks like 1.7 inches of snow so far, 1 mile northeast of Batesville and Ripley County per emergency management there. So that's just the update that I just got. So, all right, I will give you an update here in just a minute. I'm going to take a brief break, leave the radar up, and we'll chat here in just a minute. All right, so we're back on here. Just needed to just take a quick break, just see where we're at here on this winter storm, and watching more bands of snow moving in from the south and west. You can see, pretty clearly here. We've got that heavy band that went through. Future Radar did a good job, but now we're seeing an enhancement from East Enterprise to VV to Sanders, from Owenton. That one's going to move off towards the north and east, and then you see another band there from out in southeastern Indiana, from Bedford, Paoli down through Tell City. That's got to move through, and then we'll have one final push of the snow come through. So all in all here, and I can show you how much further we've got to go on this winter storm. And we'll just put it out from Cincinnati. We still have about 193 miles to go. We'll round up to 200 miles left of snow to track through here. And it's going to move pretty quick, but we still have time to continue to accumulate snow. So if you don't have any blowing and drifting snow, it'd be cool to get a couple totals from a few of you. If it is blowing and drifting, it's not really going to do much good because we're going to have some pretty high totals there. But, let's go back to Analyzer And this is our high-res radar software. You don't see this on TV anywhere, and it's really showing that enhanced band growing as it moves north or moves off towards the east. So we'll zoom in pretty tight here from Springboro, New Burlington, Harveysburg, Waynesville, Orgonia, Clarksville, Butlerville, Mainville. You're seeing intense snowfall rates at this hour. Just west of Newtonville, Owensville, Batavia, Amelia, Lindale, California, Mentor, Moscow, Felicity, and then down towards Brooksville, Milford, Mount Olivet. You're seeing that heavier snow band that is currently pushing off towards the northeast. This will move towards Wilmington. This will move towards Hillsboro here pretty quickly. And then we're going to watch this next area. We're going to kind of slow it down a little bit, and then we're going to watch some more enhancement where we're in Owenton and Warsaw, approaching Warsaw, Owenton and Beebe right now. And that'll push off towards the northeast, and we'll see some more snow moving in. Still seeing some pretty good snow from Sunman, St. Peter's to St. Leon. Still seeing some pretty good snowfall rates there occurring. And we'll pull up a camera here in just a minute of that area near the, I think, St. Leon. Yeah, we'll pull up. St. Leon's been a really good camera. Let's go to that. And that shows you, that's the picture tonight. You've got blowing snow, wind gusts up to 30, 40 mile an hour. Sometimes, we're getting close to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. That paints the picture of what's occurring. We're down to 12 degrees here in Florence. We're continuing to drop the temperature elsewhere. It looks like, if I can throw on the actual plotted temperatures, whoa, okay, there we go. I'm going to take the cities off so you guys can see this better. But there you go. You can see it's officially down to 0 in Indianapolis. But you can see we're down to 10 in Louisville. Jasper's down to 3. So that really cold Arctic air is almost here. Now, one thing I'll tell you is I'm not seeing that negative 10 to 14 degrees to the west, and that could be some good news. I think we're going to probably hover around that negative 7, 8 degree, kind of like what I had originally forecasted. And I'm going to show you that. And this is so kind of late here, but it's out of date, but it's okay. 11 o'clock, I had 32, and it dropped to 12, so we're kind of there. I still think we're going to have to adjust a little bit. We probably will go down to about negative 8, but this gives you the trend as we go through the night and through the day tomorrow. We just stay cold, and we really stay cold through tomorrow. And you can see the wind chills here, 12-hour forecast on that, and like I said, I have not updated, so you still got 7 and 9 o'clock on there, but the wind chills are going to be right around there. Wind gusts are really going to pick up once we get past 3 a.m., and that's when we'll see our peak peak wind gusts. So looking at some of these reports, we've got 2 inches of snow out of Bardstown, 2.4 inches out of Louisville. So to the west, we've got 2 inches so far of snow that has fallen, and we'll check some reports here locally. We should start getting some as we continue here this evening, but those will have to come through our the National Weather Service, because those will be our more accurate snowfall totals. So live view of the radar again, looking at it here, still tracking this winter storm, and I'll show you the snowfall total map here one more time, and then I'm going to hop off for a little bit, and then we'll come back on maybe a little bit later on here. But you can see this is the forecast: 4 to 8 in the red, 2 to 4 in the blue, and then 1 to 2 off to the south and east. So we'll see how this plays out. I think we're going to be able to do it. We're going to probably be around that 4 to 5 inch range. I don't think we're going to get up to 8. but I bumped that up just in case. So based on radar trends, it looks like we're going to be around that 4 or 5, maybe a 6-inch total here or there in the area. So that's where David, you said you're at. That's the temperatures. Okay, cool. So, all right, I will continue to keep you updated here throughout the evening hours. I'm just gonna or overnight hours. We'll probably stay here till about 1 or 2, and keep an eye on things to see where we're progressing. But right now, another enhanced band will be moving off towards the northeast into Cincinnati here shortly, and then we'll have another wave or two to move through. Before everything's said and done. So, yeah. Okay, thanks, David. Sorry. All right, so that's it for now. We'll continue to keep you updated.